This is Greenland. This is Africa. On most world maps, they look almost the same size. But here's the reality. Africa is about 14 times larger than Greenland. That's not a small error. That's a massive distortion, and it's the version of the world most of us grew up seeing. The reason is the Mercator Projection, the most famous world map design ever created. On this map, Greenland looks enormous. Russia seems endless. Canada and Alaska dominate the planet. Africa looks normal. But correct the distortion and everything changes. The entire United States fits inside Africa. China fits inside Africa. Most of Europe fits inside Africa, with room to spare. Greenland, which looks gigantic on the Mercator map, is actually closer in size to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So why did we all grow up with a map that warps reality? It starts in 1569. The Mercator Projection was created by Gerardus Mercator. But here's what most people don't know. He didn't design it to teach geography. He designed it for navigation. For 16th century sailors, accuracy of land size didn't matter. What mattered was direction. On this map, you can draw a straight line and follow a constant compass bearing across the ocean. For navigation, it was brilliant. But to make that work, land near the poles had to be stretched dramatically. The farther from the equator, the bigger countries appear. Greenland and Antarctica balloon. Europe expands. Africa, closer to the equator, stays relatively accurate. Mercator understood the distortion. It was a trade-off. The map was a tool for sailors, not a picture of reality. So how did it become the standard classroom map? Partly history. It rose to prominence during European exploration and empire. On this map, Europe looks large, central, powerful. Africa looks smaller than it truly is. Was it deliberate propaganda? Probably not originally. But once adopted, it reinforced a distorted mental image of global scale. Another reason: familiarity. We grow up with a rectangular world map. Anything else looks wrong simply because it's unfamiliar. And the Mercator map fits neatly into books, posters, and screens. But today, we don't navigate with 16th century sailing charts. We use GPS and satellites. The original reason for Mercator no longer applies to everyday life, and maps are not neutral. They don't just show the world, they shape how we understand it. Power, population, resources, importance. There are alternatives. The Gall-Peters projection keeps land areas accurate. On it, Africa finally looks as large as it truly is, though shapes appear stretched. The Robinson projection balances size and shape. More recently, the Winkel-Triple projection became the standard for National Geographic Society because it minimizes overall distortion. There is no perfect flat map of a spherical planet. Something always has to give. The real question is, what are we choosing to distort? Greenland is not the size of Africa, not even close. Maybe it's time we stop hanging 16th century navigation tools on our walls and start looking at maps that reflect the world as it actually is.